It is recording. Welcome to the RIP 28 podcast. This is the RIP 28 podcast. It's a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the RIP 28 podcast. I am Slider Sports Guy, but I would like to say that this podcast recently in polls, it has come out that this podcast has been chosen by single women between the ages of 36 to 47. 11 out of 13 single women have chosen this podcast as the greatest podcast in the world, the RIP 28 podcast. How y'all doing? As always, we start off with the president. What's going on, El Presidente?
All the single ladies.
They love
What's up? C-Nez in the building as always. Let's get going. Let's go.
Down in the bottom. We're going to say the bottom. We're going to say the bottom. As always, we have our richest friend that we know. I'm talking about Super Baller. Baller so big, on the private jet every other week. Don't even pump her own gas. And when she do tell the people to pump her gas, she tell them don't even jingle the handle when they get finished pumping. She just give them the card and then go and turn on the radio and listen to her music. The one and only S. Commerce. What's going on, Commerce?
Hey, everybody, but Sly.
So I said, and they don't get no tip.
And they don't get no tip.
Always tip. I always tip.
She always tips. She drop them off one of them spare 50s she got in the car. She searching the cigarette tray and find one of them spare 50s that she got laying around.
Give him at least $1. I give him at least $1,
Chance. Chance, that's how the rich stay rich. Them little bullshit, bull crap tips.
It depends on how much gas I'm getting and how cold it is outside.
I do happen to have some change in my pocket.
If it's cold, I'm gonna give them more because they out there and it's getting there. It's almost that time because it's cold out here now.
It is. And last but not least, we've been saving them. It's your favorite coach's favorite coach, fresh off the hardwood, the only saving grace for the Columbia High Capitals in the alumni game, the only one who actually showed up to play, the one and only Beezy, knock it down from deep Curry. What's going on, Beezy?
Man, let me tell you something. I'm your favorite coach's favorite coach. They call me Mr. Third Round and Mr. Knock 'em Down Curry. Splash.
You know, they it's a saying that says those who can do. Those who can't, coach. Not my man. My man, he can do it and he coach it, man. You know, for those of you who don't know, man, Columbia High played Eau Claire. It was an alumni game. It is, I know we're a national podcast, man. We're an international podcast.
Worldwide.
Yeah, we worldwide. For all our people in Pakistan, hold off for a second. We're going to talk. Cobb, I don't know if you know Cobb, but we're the number 2 ranked urban podcast in Pakistan. Number two ranked urban podcast in Pakistan. So, but anyway, we're going to talk a little bit of Columbia stuff just for 1 second.
I see you, Chance. Getting them locks together.
He whipped his head back and forth.
He did. He had to get them together, Chance. So let me make sure the locks is locking now.
But yeah, man, Columbia High School, they had an alumni game. They played Eau Claire, our heated and hated rival, Eau Claire High School. Played them in an alumni basketball game, the men and the women. And our alma mater didn't fare too well. But we did hear that the folk from Eau Claire, we heard the folk from Eau Claire actually had they practiced for about 4 or 5 months prior. They practiced as a team, and then they had some 20-year-olds out there playing.
One of them dudes just graduated last year.
They playing a bunch of 40-year-olds, and then they got a couple 20-year-olds out there playing.
I'm gonna tell you something. It was serious for the Eau Claire folk. Shout out to them, man. I had a lot of fun. It was good to represent, see a lot of good old folk and all that, man. But y'all played hard, boy. One dude dove head first I was like, bro, I don't want the ball that bad.
He almost took out a baby. It was a baby on the sideline. He almost took the
What
baby.
the hell? I had to go over there and check on him.
The baby was crying. She was
I
so
had to
scared.
check on him. I said, yeah, baby, it's okay. It's okay. But
They was
man,
running plays, full court pressing.
They was running George Clip plays.
Full court pressing.
Yeah, we were full court pressing, 94 feet. But shout out to all the people that got hurt, man. I mean, you know, there was some people out there reliving their years, man, and trying to, you know what I'm saying, get at it and get active and show Curlo and everybody y'all missed out on the chance to get me on the team. So I'm gonna show you now. So shout out to all those guys that got hurt. I hope you get better, man. And all that good stuff.
It was 2 dudes on our team. I was like, you ain't play basketball.
I think they got in on the alumni portion because I was looking too like, bro, where you played? I played the head coach there. So I don't know you.
And they said
it familiar.
Yeah, they said you just said alumni. They didn't say you had to play. They was alumni of the school, but they ain't never hoop.
Man, a couple of them dudes, I know they ain't graduate. I don't know how they got in under alumni.
Oh man!
if you showed up one semester, you're alumni, I guess.
I know somebody. Okay. I know somebody who went there.
Well, here's the problem, and this is what we're gonna do as the Rip 28 podcast. We are going.
Got me.
Rip 28 podcast. We gonna take over the coaching for the Columbia High squad. We're gonna start to get these boys together starting in January. We're gonna get the team together. We're gonna set this thing up and get it back right. Because this will never happen again. Never happen again on our watch.
Making us look bad as a unit, Brian.
I know, man. But check this out. Shout out to the Columbia High cheerleaders. They had cheerleaders too, and the Eau Claire cheerleaders.
At least we won the cheerleading battle. Did we win
that
we
had some young girls over there stomping and clapping. They wasn't Shauna or nobody.
Okay.
They weren't S-Dot.
Nah, cheerleaders ain't winning.
Somebody just said somebody just said they couldn't fit their uniform. Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right.
Hold on now. Wait, now were they alumni cheerleaders if they were children? We don't talk about children.
No. They was alumni. They were good and grown.
That's what they were talking about.
Okay. I'll allow.
Full, but some of the jerseys, but some of the jerseys was too.
Some of the jerseys was snug.
Yeah.
Some snug jerseys on.
I saved our president though. Our president, I was leaving early to go to practice, and president say, "Let me get your jersey." I say, "Boy, no, I can't do that to you." I ain't gonna need to let nobody get no good laugh at you like that, boy.
I was gonna do nothing but pull it from half court.
Don't tell me.
No, you wouldn't.
I wasn't running down no court.
If your heart
big guy in a little shirt.
Hey, if his heart would have beat too fast, they would have came. The whole shirt would have torn off. He couldn't drink no water. Hey, Sly, he couldn't drink no water. He couldn't do nothing.
Don't tell me they would have had. Hey, wow, that's interesting. I'm scrolling down Facebook trying to find some post about that. Shout out to Herc. Herc just became your frat brother, Chance. That's interesting.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he just became Sigma.
You know.
There you go.
Okay.
Right. Shout out to Moses Burkett watching us on the Facebook Live.
Moses. The great Moses.
How come Moses ain't get out there and play a little bit, man? He should came back home.
Because Moses smart. Moses is he's always been intelligent.
That's why he wears suits all the time.
Yes, that's why he dressed the way he dressed.
That brother be in suits all the time because he got sense enough to know not to get out there.
Hey, they need another point guard too. Well, ain't nobody else trying to draw up the court, man. Y'all run that one boy ragged.
Hey, listen.
Chance, they had 1 point guard?
Yeah. Ain't nobody bringing it up.
Sound like y'all were down bad, bro. Sound like y'all were bad out the gate.
Wow.
Well, when I saw the layup line and I saw 3 of them dunking down there, I was like, boys, let's go out.
Oh man, they had them young cats out there, them young ladies. They was dunking.
I'm talking about he bounced the windmill, and I said, "Yep, I ain't going him."
in the layup line, huh?
That's the one who dove in the crowd too. That's the same one.
So I knew he was serious. So I was like, I'm not bothering him. He ain't bothering me. I'm not gonna bother him.
It wasn't like that, was it, man? Come on,
dude.
man.
Dude
Like,
had
them
some
boys
hops for
dunked
real.
5 times in the first half. And one of them was off a post up. I'm talking about he dunked like Matumbo.
Did anybody get dunked on?
It was some people down. It was some people down there in the shot. So if you would have saw it, it would have been. I'll tell you what. I can tell you who wasn't in the shot.
You?
This guy, because I was sitting over there talking to Coach. I was over there with my feet kicked up talking to Coach Hook.
Coach Hook, hey, Coach Hook was sharp. Coach Hook was sharp as always.
Shout out to Butch.
Hey, y'all know I love Coach Hook. Y'all call me Coach Hook number 2. But boy, Coach Hook had on every color on the color hue. You could count colors, boy. You had about 15. You had some fuchsia.
Hey,
I love you, Coach Hook. I love you, dog.
You don't do Coach Hook like that.
I gotta tell the truth on the Rip 28 podcast.
Chance, you ain't take no picture?
Yeah, I got some.
I got some. I'll send it to you, Sean.
Please drop it in the group chat.
Hey man, you know my man Coach Hook stay clean. Coach Hook stay
clean. He was clean. And he had on the fedora and all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that boy had the red on the bottom all the way around. I was like,
sharp as a tack.
Yes, sir. He was clean as the board of hell.
Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Coach.
Shout out to Mama Brown watching. Hey, Mama.
We see you.
Uh-oh.
We see you,
Hey, Mama Brown.
We see you out there, man. All the people jumping in. Jeremy Spencer, what up to you? Brian, I see you. Salute to you.
Boot love.
Man, appreciate everybody checking in, man. Hey, man, a lot going on in the world, man. Since we're talking about basketball, we might as well talk about a basketball figure, a retired basketball player by the name of Joe Smith. Joe Smith recently married. I don't know if he recently married, but he's married to a lady, and I use the term lady loosely. Married to a lady, and what's going on with this young lady? She put out a Facebook post, Instagram Live, where she was recording them having an argument, where he found out that she had a OnlyFans page. Now, she was saying that the money that she was only using the OnlyFans page to make more money to supplement their income. And I guess Joe kind of wasn't making that NBA money that he used to make. And he had a few investments that didn't go the way he thought they would go. So, Joe ain't had that money coming in like he was used to. And she decided to do an OnlyFans page. Now, she said she was doing it by herself. It was just her. And so, okay, Joe was mad. Now, here's where it gets a little bit deeper. She said in that comment, she said in her thing, you knew who I was when you married me. But he said, I thought you was going to stop doing stuff like this. So, I had to research a little bit deeper. And,
of course you did.
And only for the Rip 28 podcast, I did this research because I want to be the best journalist that I could be. Come to find out that this young lady is a porno star, or was a porno star with a couple of 100 titles under her belt. One of them, NYDP Blue. Great cinematic film too, also.
And she was a star.
She was a star. Her acting skills were unmatched. Very, very well trained actress. She may have went to Juilliard to study.
So said Juilliard.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. He married a porno star, man. Now he mad that she does stuff.
Porno star behavior.
Yeah, porno star behavior.
She got porno star tendencies.
So my thing is,
more than
that. Does he have a point or not?
So I'll go first.
All right.
If you watch, I watched about as much as I could of that. It was I don't know. I initially thought it was they were putting
wait a minute, watch as much you could of what?
Of her
NYDP
You know I ain't watched that. of the Instagram post. But
I
initially thought they were putting on. Like I thought they were doing this for clicks. Because that's usually where I tend to go first when people post videos, because everybody's trying to get likes and followers and whatever have you. And I kept thinking, like, his reaction is super calm for somebody who, like, wife was just had her goodies on the interwebs. Like, he wasn't fussing or any of that stuff. So I don't know. I thought it was an act. But then as you listen to her, and then I saw there was another clip where she came back. Apparently they weren't where she thought or where they wanted to be financially. So she'd done a lot of things to bring income into the household. Like she had several businesses that she was running that was bringing money into the household. And she said, well, this was something else that I was doing to bring in the supplement that what was coming into our home, because he wasn't doing the providing. So she couched it under, well, you not bringing it in and making me live the lifestyle that I want to live. So I'm forced to do it for myself. And you were okay with me doing all of these other things to sustain us, but not this, which is where it seemed like she had a problem with, again, if this is true and they wouldn't put no.
But they say he lost money due to bad investments. And I think some people stole some money from him somehow. So I think he kind of, when he fell off, I guess she felt like she had to do what she had to do to keep the ship afloat. But
she could have left.
Yeah, but you can't go get a porn star and think she gonna stop being a porn star when she get married.
You can't turn the hoe to a housewife.
No.
But you know what?
I mean,
due to a little bit of popular disagreement, maybe hoes do make the best housewives. Y'all ever thought about that?
No.
There are positives.
Well, here's the thing. If you a hoe, a woman with a hoish behavior or whatever, you spend all of your time trying to make sure the man is happy. You out there trying to satisfy a man. That's what a good hoe does. A good hoe make sure the man is satisfied. Make sure she's satisfied. So now that you elevate her to the housewife position, maybe she will continue in positive ways and keeping the house clean. And
she is,
man. Maybe
she gonna do the same thing she been doing.
Maybe she keeps all that wholeness to you. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Are you willing to bet any money on that?
No, I wouldn't bet a dime.
He better not.
My point. Exactly.
I wouldn't bet a dime.
That'll be like money spent on Columbia High alumni team.
You're not gonna test that out.
But I am pro ho though. I love the hoes.
Brother Jeter, man.
I like what Brother Jeter said.
It's hard to have it all. It's hard to have everything you want.
Brother Jeter just said, I want a real housewife, but she only let that hoe out for me. Now, Natasha Jones said, my theory has whole lows. Hey, Natasha, you might want to check. I think your Facebook page being hacked, Natasha. Somebody created a fake Facebook page of you. You might want to check that out.
But shout out to my line sister watching. Hey, Kai.
Who your line sister? What's her name?
Her name is Kai Thomas Wilson.
Hey, Kai. Which one is she? Hey, Shawty, you a Delta. Was your line? You had about 80 people on your line. How many you had on your line? I know y'all be having some big lines.
I did not. Let's stay on topic, please. I was just giving a shout out.
Okay, my bad, then.
Let's stay on topic. You get out of pocket. He get out of pocket real fast. And I don't want to have to cuss you tonight.
It's gonna be like, what percentage? What percentage of those 80?
Let's go back to the topic.
Well, you do know that the RIP 28 podcast is the preferred podcast of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated, as taken in a recent poll. We are.
Who'd you poll? Mercedes and me? Is that who you polled?
No, my mama. My mama. I got 3 aunties. Delta.
Oh, okay.
My sister used to be a Delta. She's no longer a member of Delta Sigma Theta, due to her own personal and religious reasons. I don't know. That ain't none of my business.
So moving right along.
That ain't none of my business.
Let's get back to Joe's porno wife.
But yeah, man, Joe and that porno wife, man. Hey, this is what happens, man. When you marry somebody and they're in that type of lifestyle, that's just something you just don't quit. You can't walk away from. You know what I'm saying?
Can't?
No, you can't. And the thing is, it's the money. Go ahead. Well, now
Joe was cheating too, though.
How you know that? Black men don't cheat. Don't say that.
She said he was cheating. And his girlfriend, his side girl, the one who told him that she had the OnlyFans. Well, and then she said it was on her Instagram, it was on her LinkedIn and all that stuff. She was like, this what happens when you don't pay attention to your wife. I was like, dang. I know that hurt.
The side girl said that?
No, the wife said that. She's like, it's on my Instagram. It's like the link to my OnlyFans page and all this, but you don't pay me no attention. So that's what you get.
Dang.
Yo, man. I know we talking about Joe, but we just had 2 people pop up. Roger and Shaq Millhouse just popped up. Man, hey man, both of y'all go and give me 20 push-ups, man. Roger and Shaq, man. Y'all boy let us down, man. I am hurt by y'all 2 letting down the Columbia High family. Now back to Joe Smith. Back to Joe Smith, man. But here's the thing, man. When you marry somebody in that type of lifestyle in the porno industry, man, it's easy money. You know what I'm saying? If you are in the porno industry, it's a sex sale. Sex is one of the easiest things you can do to make money. So how would you get used to? Goddamn! How would you get stop? How would you get the comments are crazy? The comments on the inside are crazy. But anyway, when you marry somebody in that type of lifestyle, how do you go back to get a 9-to-5 when you know you can make $1,000 an hour? You know what I'm saying? You know you make $1,000 an hour. Why would you go and get a 9-to-5? So it's hard to get out of that. And then you see these checks that these chicks make on OnlyFans, man. I got a friend or associate or whatever who has an OnlyFans page. And she says what she did to make her money, she charges, I think she said she charges $4.99 a month. She charges $4.99 a month for her content. And what she does is solo content. Man, shut the fuck up. What y'all laughing about in the background? But yeah. So she says she'll get people to sign up for it. And then a lot of times people just forget to turn it off. They forget to, turn off the subscription. And they
like the Columbia House membership back in the day.
Yeah. and they end up making pretty good money, and she makes pretty good money. So, so my thing is, man, if you know that's who you marry, why would you expect her to be something different? I would.
Well, did she fake and act like she wasn't gonna be like that for a while, or what? Because I mean, if he was just like, all right, once I married you, you just straight and narrow now, and she acted like she was straight and narrow for 10 years, and then she got the little tingling, little itching. It was like I got to go back.
They got medicine for that.
She's like, I got to get back at it.
Hey, but the thing about it is, like she said, he didn't pay her no attention, so she gave off warning signs.
She did.
He just didn't listen to him.
We always do.
Yeah.
We always do.
Like for real, she ain't just one day woke up and say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this." No, that thing been happening, and he just ain't paying no attention. Yeah, he might have been doing his thing or working extra hours or whatever.
Yeah, she was retired.
He just ain't see it.
Yeah, Stacey said she retired or she still active. She's retired. She
like 50 something.
That don't mean nothing. There's mature porn out there.
I was just letting you know. She older than Joe Smith.
Oh, for real? I did not know she was older than Joe Smith.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
No, I
Chance
didn't know that.
Chance has done his research.
Well,
Extensively.
that's what we do, man. We are a podcast for the people, man. We don't get on here and just talk. You know what I'm saying? We don't get on here and just talk. We research the issues before we come out here. We research it. And Stacy said, Sly telling a lie. No, man, this what we do. We research stuff. What I am gonna do, speaking on research stuff to get answers, what I am gonna do, shout out to Amp. We see Amp out there. Lakima, we see you out there. Lakima, we see you out there. People joining in, jumping in. What I want to do with this right now, man, because we're talking about marriage and talking about being in relationships and how stuff gets on the internet. And I'm trying to find the little link or the question we had. Now the question was, if your spouse told you to unfollow some people on social media, would you, or is that controlling? Now, how you feel about that? You know, you got somebody on Instagram that you like to follow. Demetria Belair. I definitely like to follow her. She's the chick. She's the Latino chick, Latin and black chick who used to be the weather girl, and she always wore the real tight stuff, and she got a banging body. I don't know. My old lady told me not to follow her. We might have to have a discussion. But
all right, so are we only talking about somebody you don't know or people that you know? Like, if you got to delete one of your friends that's on Facebook, it's different than deleting some celebrity or something.
See, yeah, you got a point there. What are we talking about? Are we talking about a friend, an ex-friend, or a former friend? Or are we talking about celebrities? I think with celebrities, if you got a spouse that tell you to unfollow a celebrity, that's
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a little crazy. You know,
yeah. Slide deleting that OnlyFans with Joe Smith wife.
So let me ask this: people others to not follow or to unfollow someone. What's the basis of that?
What do you mean?
Why has someone been told to unfollow someone? Like, why? What was done that your significant other was like, you need to unfollow him or her?
Well, my guess, and the only thing I would see something coming is if, let's say, you know, Shauna, you're in a relationship and your boyfriend sees that you follow your ex-boyfriend. Your boyfriend sees you follow your ex-boyfriend, and your ex-boyfriend puts out his thirst traps and he see you're liking too many of your ex-boyfriend's picture. Would you unfollow him if your boyfriend tells you to unfollow him?
I'm going to say my boyfriend's probably not going to tell me to unfollow someone because he knows me well enough to know that he's not going to tell me what to do. I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm just going to guess here. But also, I don't know. I feel like people take social media way more seriously than it needs to be taken. I'm here for laughs and for kicks. I'm not here for the shenanigans that go on. But again, I can't imagine a guy that I'm dating who's like, girl, you got to stop following LeBron because I see he be liking all your pictures.
Now,
then it's gonna be, where do you draw the line? If you unfollow him, let's say you unfollow him or her or whatever the case may be, then where do you draw the line? Because then it's gonna lead up to where if she did that or he did that, then let's see about such and such. Now the one about unfollowing a celebrity,
that's crazy.
It's bigger stuff to fight about than that. I mean, I ain't wasting no argument over you following such and such. That's not.
Again, I can't wrap my head around why I'm telling my significant other to unfollow someone. Like, dude, you ain't got a chance with whoever this celebrity is. I ain't tripping over that. And I'm not concerned about this little tech-head girl that live down the street from you because she's not a threat to me. So do what you do.
And you know how most people is. Like, you tell somebody to unfollow somebody. It ain't like you can't have their phone number or something like that. You know, it's like, okay. That's gonna make people want to do stuff more sometimes when you trying to put him in the cage. When you keep a dog in the cage, when he get out, he just get to running and going all over the place. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
And it's also definitely controlling. Like, no, we don't tell each other what to do. We don't do that.
Nah.
And I think one of y'all said, a lot of people see this social media thing as a little bit deeper. People think social media is deeper than what it is. Because I know me personally, when it comes to Instagram, stuff like that, man, I'm a chronic liker. I go down the page and I just click like on a lot of different, and I don't really think about it. I click like on everybody's picture. Now I will, if I see you have too many likes, I won't click like, because
you got enough likes.
You got enough likes already. So I'm going to skip.
Mr. Petty Pendergrass himself.
Oh yeah.
So now, so to take that a step further though, like I have had friends tell me that I need to unfollow people because either their relationship ended or they fell out, and it was you shouldn't follow them either because I'm not following them. And I'm like, I just don't take it that seriously. Sorry.
Yeah, like you said, they take social media too serious. That's not real life to me. That's just like
no, it's not.
I'm watching a lot of people's stuff.
But a lot of people, it ain't real. It ain't real unless it's on social media. That's how you make it real.
Well, I'm also following these fools because I laugh at them. I'm like, oh look, they went to Miami again. Ooh, big spender.
It's entertainment. It is entertainment.
It really is.
It's good for a daily laugh.
You know what?
For sure.
But I've heard some people like really get mad because they say you didn't like my picture or something. I'm like, I don't gotta like your picture, man.
Hey, don't ask Slaughter like your picture. He ain't like that. He gonna look and see how many you got.
He got 100 like. His number 100 too. If you got 100, you ain't liking it.
You don't need my like.
But Chance, to your point, well, they'll be like, oh, well, you like so-and-so's picture, but you didn't like mine. I'm sorry, I'm not getting my validation in my real life from whether or not Sylvester's big old head liked my picture.
Slow down one second. When you say get your validation now I'm not gonna lie. I don't get my validation off of Facebook and Instagram if somebody like my picture. But I will say it does make you feel good when, like, I tweeted something. I was watching the 5 Heartbeats and I tweeted, did Duck's sister get any royalties for help write that song for Duck? And I tagged Robert Townsend in the tweet. And then Robert Townsend wrote back. He wrote back saying, nah, he ain't get a thing. She ain't get nothing. It was different back in them days. That made me feel good.
Now that's different though. That's different because I tweeted the great Victor Newman from The Young and the Restless, and he actually responded to me and said that was so sweet of me. And I was like, I can die now because Victor Newman tweeted me. That's different than saying, Chance, you like Shyla's picture and you like Shayla's picture and you like Misha's picture, but you didn't like mine. Chance, why you ain't like my picture? That's different. That's really different.
Why, Chance? Why you ain't like her picture?
Why?
They had 100 likes already.
Hey, you got to get Chance and Slot early.
Early.
I gotta
post something and then call them or text them and be like, y'all go like my picture.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of likes, everybody watching and listening right now, make sure you go to our YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe on our YouTube page. Make sure you like and follow our Facebook page. That's the RIP28 page. Make sure you like and follow and subscribe on all different channels. Now, we do need to be validated that way. Our people in Pakistan coming through, but we need our American fans to come through too. I'm tired of getting Pakistani stuff in my emails. I need American spam, not Pakistani
you read it?
spam. Nope.
Can you read it?
Google Translate. I go and select all and then translate. That's how we do.
Stupid.
That's how we do, man. But yeah, man. I think. But the original question was, if your spouse told you to unfollow somebody, I don't think that's right. I think you should be secure enough in your relationship that you can follow people. Now, I talk all this shit. There's one person I'm not allowed to follow, because of my relationship.
But it's probably because you were grimy with that person before you got with your significant other. That's my guess.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was a rainy day yesterday in Atlanta. You know, the weather was rainy in Atlanta yesterday. How was the weather where y'all was at? Everywhere.
Rainy as well, my boy. Rainy as well, my boy.
There you go, man. But you know, rainy days bring bad times, man, and bad times bring sad times. Speaking of sad times, man, stuff that's going on is old Keke Palmer, man. Hey, the videos and the pictures are coming out. The videos and the pictures are coming out of what happened with Keke Palmer's ex, I guess not husband, but boyfriend, Darius. I don't know his name. He kind of knows.
Darius Jackson, isn't it? Darius Jackson or something?
Darius Jackson. Yeah, man. Apparently, man, he got the beating on Keke, man. He got the beating on Keke and dragging around the apartment or the house and stuff like
Only
that.
thing now, did he beat her? Did he say, Keke, do you love me?
My bad. Not fun. We do not make fun of domestic violence.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. On the Rip 28 podcast,
that was
your
funny.
Mama listening. Your mama listening.
We told y'all from the beginning on the Rip 28 podcast. We told y'all from the beginning that dude was weak. We said he was weak. Now, ain't none of us knew he was a woman beater, but
right.
We said him complaining and causing all this fuss over Usher online was a weak and we passed 15 minutes. It was a bitch ass move. We said it was a bitch ass move back then. We said that. Now, come to find out he a woman beater. So I would so we see all these posts online from women talking about, well, how come y'all ain't talking about the dude beating on Keke? Well, hell, we talking about it. We told you from the beginning he was weak.
Hey, Usher does it again, man. And like we said when we talked about that situation, he told you, don't bring your girl around me. She play for real. That's my brother for real.
For real.
Hey, so I mean, she was there. He got all up on her, and it was over. But I just hearing about this today that dude beat her up and all this stuff. So yeah, like you gonna beat somebody up for something that happened 2 months ago?
She got a restraining order against him and temporary full custody of their child based on evidence that was submitted to the judge. I think they were either video or clips of the footage.
Clips of yeah. Hey,
every time he says something,
no woman getting hit. I don't care what no one agree with no woman getting hit for no reason. Man, I mean,
Keke been in the business since she was Akila and ain't had no problems since she get with this whole light skin, out of work, wannabe actor dude, and all of a sudden now she got to file restraining orders and she in the news and people bad mouthing her. Like Keke mind her own business. We let her be and let her act up and cut up any way she want to. And now comes this dude and all this foolishness. Get out of here somewhere, dude. And take your brother with you.
Yeah, they say the brother did the same thing. His girlfriend spoke out.
Hey, really? The brother was the guy on Insecure, am I not right?
Played Dro.
Well, speaking of Insecure, hashtag Team Lawrence forever. Issa is a hoe forever, but that's neither here nor there. Back to the story.
Get out of here.
Back to the story, but Issa is a hoe. Hashtag Team Lawrence forever. Yeah. But yeah, I pulled up some stuff, man. I'm gonna do this share screen. And I can't find the video, but you see it looked like he choking her out right there. Looked like he got the drag, he dragging her. You know, and they not playing. I can't find the video. But yeah, man. Dude got problems. And he need take his punk ass to jail. You know, we don't have no sympathy or no empathy for women beaters out here, man. If you got to Chance said something in the comments. We ain't gonna talk about it, but
let's talk about it. If we talking about it, let's talk about it.
That reminds me, man. We had a former associate who who we don't really associate with no more. I don't associate with them, and I know my fellas don't really associate with them. But he beat his wife. He beat his wife, and we saw the pictures, and we was like, nah, you can't be a part of us. You can't hang with me, because we don't play that. But yeah, man, it ain't no but to it.
That's why I said, but what she do though?
he did.
I did not say that. Don't even put.
Why? No, he said, well, until we see pictures, we don't really know.
Nah, don't even put me out like that because I saw the pictures and I was like, ooh, that ain't good. That ain't good. So yeah, man. We hope dude go to jail. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We hope dude go to jail. I hope dude. Now, Brother Jeter says it is really no excuse to put your hands on a woman. In theory, that sounds good. And in practice, that is a great attitude to take. But it's a reason to push an old woman down the flight of stairs. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
It's a reason for everything.
Shut up.
You would want not to do it. You shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You need to find a way to get yourself out of that situation where you don't have to be tempted to do something like that. That's where self-control comes in. Self-control comes in, man. I don't encourage it, but women nowadays, man, it's a little bit different than some of the women we grew up with, man. And what if the dude 5'2" and she's 6'1"?
Man, get yourself out of that situation, man.
That part, walk away.
At the end of the day, dog, you're gonna lose.
I know.
Lose.
That's what I said.
You're gonna lose.
Get away. Get out of that situation.
Man,
so here's the thing too.
And you don't need to be around nobody if she gonna put her hands on you or you need to put your hands on her. Well, y'all need to end that right now, boy, because it's only gonna get worse. And it's gonna be somebody may end up more than just injuries.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. I definitely don't think that a man should ever hit a woman. But I also think that women have to know that you can't control how people respond to what it is that you do. So if you hit a man, you can't control how this man responds to that. Now, again, I don't think he should hit you, but if he does after you hit him, like, you can't control that. So don't put yourself in a position where you might be forced to deal with a reaction that you weren't ready to receive. But again, I still don't think a man should ever put his hands on a woman.
And I think a lot of the worry is some women know that men shouldn't hit them, and they kind of weaponize that. And listen, I'm not saying all women, and I am not trying to justify hitting a woman. Let's get this really, really straight. I'm not trying to justify hitting a woman, but there's some women out there who push that limit. And if you have a man who ain't strong enough to walk away, you're going to get hit. So
yeah. You can't put yourself in that position, man. That's why I always tell people, keep your hands to yourself, and we shouldn't have no reason for violence. If you don't like me no more, or you don't want to be with me, chunk me the deuces, and let's leave this thing peacefully and intact. Nobody with no record that they didn't come in here with.
Well, and they like to say, well, she was running her mouth. She was running her mouth. Walk away from somebody talking to you and you don't like what they saying.
But like you said, it takes a level of maturity to do that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do it. I mean, when we sit here and say how wrong it is, it's somebody right now arguing with somebody that's about to hit them.
Yeah.
That's just what the reality is.
Shout out, what I'm saying? Shout out to Preacher. Preacher say she was in a situation and she got out of it. She found him cheating. Hey. You know, they some weak dudes out there, man. They are. And I'm glad.
You already know it is.
I'm glad that you got out of that situation. I'm glad
that,
you managed.
F boys abound. F boys abound.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
So, and apparently this dude, Darius Jackson, I think that was his name. I think that Darius Jackson, he's one of these fuck boys. But I will tell you, the Rip 28 podcast called it. We called it in the beginning. We said he was a fuck boy. So there you go. Pat ourselves on the back for
we said it first.
We said it first. We told you. We told you. We knew it was gonna happen.
We said it live and direct.
From
the #1 podcast in the world, the Rip 28 podcast. Sly, the people need to know where they can find us at, man. We got all this good material, man. Bruh, so let them know where they can. What can they go and catch this good show weekly?
I'm telling everybody right now, man. We appreciate you listening, but go to YouTube right now. Go to YouTube, Rip 28 podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We are there. Make sure you go to, man. We on Facebook. We on Instagram,
Spotify,
Twitter, Spotify. Google Podcasts, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, man.
Podbean, Podbay,
Anchor.
There's no reason.
We even on Audible. If you out there checking out a book, you trying to get you a book to read because your reading skills ain't where they supposed to be, and you getting the audio book. We on audio. We on Audible, man. We are everywhere. Go and check us out, man.
Hey, Shauna, that's for the ones that's like 100 and below.
100 and below.
You talking about what, class rankings? Man,
we ain't pointing no fingers. We're a positive show. We ain't pointing no fingers at nobody.
Those who finished in the bottom third of their class. Those who finished in the bottom third of class.
Wow, man. Yeah. I hope y'all ain't talking. Man, y'all not.
No.
But it's the president that said the precedents.
Hope y'all.
The president that said the precedent,
Don't talk about nobody. Don't talk about nobody I know right here, man. Hey, I didn't talk about this. I didn't talk about this with y'all, but I just got the text from my homeboy, Jay Little from Ford Counseling. We had Jay on last year sometime, and Jay talked about what he's doing with Ford Counseling. So we got a little commercial break right here with Jay. Jay got a space, a men's support group, an opportunity for Black men to discuss important topics and share concerns. December 9th, 2023, 2 to 4 p.m., 2740 Divine Street, Suite 1 and 2, Columbia, South Carolina. And one of our Columbia High people, Todd Simon, is going to be working with Jay when Jay does this. So it's a men's support group, just a time for men to get together and talk about some of the issues that they have going on in their life. And our man, Jay Zachary Little, is doing it. And
Keke baby daddy would have went to that, man.
See?
It would have been in that situation.
See?
Hey, shout out to Todd, man. I just saw Todd at the Alumni games. Shout out to Todd doing some good stuff, man. But I was a part of a men's group, man. And we used to bond through basketball when I was in Greenville. It was with a teachers group. And we used to get together on Saturdays and bond like that. So don't take it as this, you know what I'm saying?
November is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month too, so that's clutch.
So we'll have Jay on again.
But you brought up a real good point, man. You said you was a part of a men's group, and that's something, especially we as Black men, need to be a little bit more conscious about talking and expressing our feelings to each other, man. You play the pause game and all the time. Oh, I ain't gonna do that gay shit. Whatever. You ain't gonna do that. But sometimes you need to have a safe space. You need to have a safe space where you can talk to your brothers and get some of that stuff out. Like, I don't know if y'all watched The Chi, but I know on The Chi they had that on this last season, where as a group of them got together. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I used to like The Chi season 1 and 2, but Shy got a little bit too far out there, but I still watch it. It's still a good show.
Y'all also shouldn't be in a place where you don't feel comfortable expressing even just yourself to each other. Like Sly, you do when we get off the phone, you like, all right, I love y'all fellas. Like that, there's nothing wrong with that, and you should be able to do that and not feel like, somehow
You gotta
this
say
is
pause. You gotta say
or
pause.
yeah,
Or,
like
hey, yo, man,
because
listen.
that's where I find that a lot of brothers they try to push the emotions down and push their feelings down, and then they don't know how to react to them or how to respond to them or how to communicate or verbalize. Here's what I'm so like. Don't be ashamed to let people know you care about them. Let your boys know you love them and hug them and all of that stuff.
Man, listen, it is I get on my football boys all the time. Every time you say something, hey yo, coach, pause. Hey yo, coach, hey yo. I'll be like, man.
Do they have daddies? Are they daddies at home?
Some of them do. So, but my point is, like you were saying, if you're secure with who you are and it's coming from a good place, why can't you express your feelings? Why is it a pause or it's got to be some derogatory term put behind it because you express your feelings? I just saw Chance this weekend, dog, and the first thing I told him, man, I miss you. I love you, bro. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying?
And then what you asked him for $20 afterwards?
No, I asked him for 25. 20 ain't gonna do nothing no more. But no, on the real, man, I know who I am, dog, and I'm secure with my masculinity. I ain't got nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know me, know I ain't got nothing to prove in that area. So I'm gonna let all my circle know, hey, I love you, man. I appreciate you. And I appreciate my boys right here, my two fellas. I talk to them every day, you know what I'm saying? So
what's interesting, man, and I hate to cut you off, but you made me think about something when y'all talking about I love you and stuff. I make it a point, and all us dads, man, we all make it a point to tell our kids, tell our sons that we love them. And I tell my son I love him. I tell him every day. Every time we talk, I tell him I love him. But I look back at me growing up. I have no doubt in my mind, my daddy loved me. I no doubt in my mind, my daddy loved him. But I can't ever recall him saying it. I can't recall him saying. I'm pretty sure that ain't affected me no way. But it's just interesting though. I don't ever recall him saying it.
Well, your dad's from a different generation, though. Your dad's from a different generation. Mm-hmm. Like, they thought I showed love to you by keeping the lights on, keeping the house, paying the mortgage. Provision was love. And I don't have to tell you that, but that's where you got to change the mindset, which is good. I'm glad you tell Cam you love him. I'm sure LeBron tells Messiah he loves him. Definitely. Like, you gotta make that shift because, again, what we're finding is a generation of young people who don't get that, and they don't know how to express themselves, and they also don't know how to express that to other people.
But because they don't see the male to male a lot of them don't get to see male to male interaction.
That's why I asked if your boys had daddies at home.
Yeah, because my dad, I'm with you, Sly. I have no doubt that Leroy loved me. Still do, because he come to my games, support me in everything I do. But I can remember telling my dad, Pops, I love you. Dad, I love you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You too. Mm-hmm. But I knew he loved me even to this day. He'll say, mm-hmm. But I have no doubt he loved me. But I don't want that for my son. So I make it a point day and night. I love you, son. I'm proud of you. Anything we need to talk about, anything happen, something you're not comfortable with, come and talk to me. I want him to have a very good relationship with me and whatnot so that he can talk to me about anything, even about love. Like, I love you regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not always pleased with your decisions, but that don't stop the love I have for you.
Right.
Hey man, and I think that's awesome, man. It's funny that brother Jeter
start crying, Sly.
No, brother Jeter talked about.
His voice started cracking a little bit.
Yeah, a little voice. It's all right, man.
He put in the scene from Fences with Denzel when Shauna was talking, because that was the first thing that popped in my mind. The scene from Fences. Hey, if you want to see a master class in acting, between Denzel, Viola Davis, and the young boy who played, I don't even know his name. And then you had the older son who came in, and then Malachi Williams. How do you say it? Malachi Williams, or who played the retarded brother? Man, that was a great.
Well, you can't.
I'm sorry, the mentally handicapped brother, You talk about a master class in acting. That movie, oh my goodness, that was a great movie. But it was one particular scene in the movie where the son asked Denzel, "Do you love me?" You know, and he's like, "Well, I got the lights on. I put food on your table. I don't have to love you. You know, I do this, and that show you or whatever." That was, oh man, that was a great scene. Powerful.
Very powerful.
So, but yeah, so and I don't know, a lot of stuff going on, man, with just showing love, man. And I hope we get Jay on to talk a little bit more about the his thing that he has going on with the brothers getting together.
Hey, sure. Sly, let me say something before you transition.
Damn, well, you have to remove. I had
well, we let you have the last two, and they were terrible. So we just jumped in to save you from yourself, fool. But we have to as black men, we have to remove that negative stigma that asking for help or reaching out to someone or to your brothers is a sign of weakness. We can't keep living like that, man.
That's also not limited to black men. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead, Brian.
But that's who we're reaching out to. Sorry, Sean. You cut your transition. I'm just playing. But no, as men,
we
though,
really care about black men in this one.
But it reaches out to all men, but especially I'm speaking to brothers. We gotta stop that, man, because it's we miss out on a lot of blessings talking to somebody that may have already experienced some of the things that we're going through, that might be able to save us from ourselves and from doing something that we'll regret down the line. So don't be afraid to reach out to people, man, and ask for help.
A lot of that happens because they don't really know how to pick real friends. You know what I'm saying? They just got boys, and then they want to tell one of their boys all this stuff, and then next thing you know, next week, somebody telling you.
Everybody knows.
It's in the street.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's like, dang, you ain't got no people you can trust like that. It's hard to open up, but you got to find some people that you really in there with, and y'all can talk and not have to worry about that stuff getting out.
Well, but you know what's interesting, Chance, and I hate to keep talking about the younger folks, but I work on a college campus, so I see it a lot. They're just really different. So they weren't socialized like we were. COVID set so many people back because they didn't get didn't get
socialization.
So they didn't get any of that interaction that they have. So COVID set some of these folks back, and they have a tough time connecting with each other, anything other than surface level. Whereas we come from a time when we were outside playing all day, and we spent time with each other, just a lot of time. So we were able to build those relationships. And a lot of these younger people, they don't have the skills that are required for them to suss out like who's good and who ain't. And I've had my goddaughter say, I want friends like you and mom. Y'all are still friends from, like, she doesn't think that any of these people that she knows now in her school will be her friends in 20 or 30 years. The students on my campus are like, God, you got friends that you've been friends with since high school? Like, yeah. You don't? So it's like there's a gap, and we've got to show and teach these young people like how to discernment, like how to figure out who's right and who's not, because they find themselves in a situation where they try to trust everybody, and you can't
trust nobody. Yep. That was the point I was gonna make. I really just don't know if this generation behind us will ever know like the friendship that we all have, and like some of the others that's not on the podcast, like in our group chats have. You know what I'm saying? But like what, 30 plus years? You know what I'm saying? I don't think they can't go 30 days with being a true friend. I just don't think they'll ever see that. And a lot of times, we had pride in our school. It was really no games. None of that. It was pride in our school. We went to school with the people that was in our area. So Columbia High meant something to all of us. But now you go to school with people that's in Blythewood, that live on Broad River or Irmo, and you just don't have that same sense of care because you just there to get one thing, and that's to get a scholarship or a better school. You're not there for the wholeheartedness of the school and the community.
Yeah.
Well, check this, man. We getting close to the time, man. We getting close to the time, man. And you know what we like to do when we usually get this close to the end? We like to take a walk down the 90s block, man. We take this walk down the 90s block. And this week on the 90s block, what we're going to do, since we were talking about Denzel, and Denzel, you know, one of the, well, I don't know about y'all, in my opinion, the greatest actor of our time. Denzel, we're gonna take some of the movies. We're gonna take 3
You ain't
movies.
say Samuel L. Slot?
Yeah, but him and Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, you know, they right there with it. They, you know, Sam up there. Sam.
That's Jordan and LeBron.
There it is.
Oh, here you go.
There it is. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna take just 3 movies from the 90s, and we're gonna take 3 movies from 1995, man. And this is what Denzel was in 1995. Crimson Tide, Courage Under Fire, or Devil in a Blue Dress. Which 3? Which 3 do you choose? Which one?
Which one? Which one of the 3?
Sorry, which one do you choose? Which one?
I'll go first. I'm gonna go Crimson Tide.
Why Crimson Tide?
It was just like you said, the level of acting. I think he showed the depths of his acting skills on that.
Okay. What about you? What about you, Chance?
Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
Oh Lord.
You ain't see, man.
I ain't seen nothing.
You ain't seen nothing.
Wow.
They gonna take Chance black card back.
Take it back. Take it back.
You can't take that.
Snatched.
And I'm putting a poll out there. I'm creating a poll for y'all. So there you go. But anyway.
I'm going with my boy Easy, Devil in a Blue Dress.
Yeah.
Denzel was he was fine in that movie. He was he was a gangster.
Devil in a Blue Dress. All the physical.
Not for this foolishness y'all been talking about earlier and
it was only one. It was only one.
That was one. Well, that was one. So thank you.
So I don't want to hear that foolishness.
What your mouth? Whatever.
Well, you know me personally, man. I'm gonna have to go with Devil in a Blue Dress too, man, because I'm a big fan of the Easy Rawlins novels. I'm a huge fan of that whole series. Brother Jeter, you said what about Glory? Now we just picking 3 from a tight time period. We can go on.
Brother Jeter say span that 5. 2 more on there. Come on, Brother Jeter.
Brother Jeter said, "Well, remember the Titans that on this list."
Yeah. Remember the Titans? It missed the cut. It came out in 2000, and Glory came out in '89. So Glory missed the cut. This the 90s block. We just took 3 from the 90s. But I'm a big fan of all the Easy Rawlins mysteries. And the guy, the brother who wrote Devil in the Blue Dress, he actually took over as lead writer and executive producer of Snowfall when John Singleton died. Walter Mosley. Walter Mosley took over as the lead writer and executive producer for Snowfall when John Singleton died. But Denzel, his performance in that, and then you got to look at the star power he had in that movie. He had a young
Don Cheadle.
Yep, come on, young Don Cheadle, and then he had one of my first crushes was Lisa Nicole Carson. Lisa Nicole Carson was in that movie. Yeah, man, he had, for a long time, she's the only person she had. For a long time, she was the only person who could say she had a sex scene with Denzel. Denzel didn't do sex.
Didn't do them. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, man, Devil in a Blue Dress, that was a good movie, man. I really enjoyed that. And then Crimson Tide, he was
well, Casey agreed with me, so you can go on about your business. I don't need your vote. I don't need your light. I don't
And
need
ain't
your
nobody,
light. No.
but you know, and the other thing,
You need the validation.
I don't need no validation, brother.
Courage Under Fire ain't getting no votes, man. And I thought that was a pretty decent movie myself. Courage Under
You
Fire.
didn't vote for it.
Yeah, right. You should have voted for it. Everybody
Huh?
had a vote over here except for Chance. Except for the non-black guy. For the blackest non-black guy.
Chance needed you to have Footloose in there or something.
Chance was waiting on Remember the
Chance
Titans.
been in Arkansas. Chance been in Arkansas too
Chance
long.
said Kevin Bacon is one of the greatest actors of all time.
He's amazing.
Kevin Bacon is amazing. Remember the Titans. When Sly told Brother Jeter that it was in 2000, Chance was like, damn, that was my answer right there. How about Remember the Titans? How about
in your John Brown hind part?
Yeah.
Nikki said, I'm sorry, not Nikki. That's D Nicole. D Nicole, our lead attorney for the Rip 28 podcast. She said unofficial official attorney for the Rip 28 podcast. She said she's been rocking with Denzel since Ricochet. Well, you came on later. You've been rocking with him since Ricochet. You done skipped all the Spike Lee stuff. You came in real late. Come on now. Let's say when Ricochet came. Yeah, Ricochet came out before Malcolm X, but you missed out on Mississippi Molasses, Mo Better Blues, Glory, Mighty Quinn, Cry Freedom, A Soldier Story. Y'all remember?
Soldier Story. Come on now.
Y'all
Anything you don't want to do, the colored troops will do for you. Man, I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. And you talk about a lot of star power in that movie, man. There's a lot of star power in Soldier Story too.
Yes, Lord.
They had some heavy hitters. Who else in that? My man
Howard
from the Heat
Rollins.
of the Night. Yep.
Howard Rollins.
Adolph Caesar.
Yep.
Who else? David Allen Greer.
Yep.
Robert Townsend.
Robert Townsend was in there. Yep.
Who else, man? Patti LaBelle was in that movie too. I don't know if y'all remember that.
She sang in the club.
Hey, this more than a walk.
That ain't a stretch to figure that one out.
This is an old slow stroll down this block.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You might as well let Brother Jeter add this too. He was trying to add
My bad, man. My bad. Man, check this out, man. We're getting close to that time. Time for us to get on out of here, man. We do a little bit of parting shots. Parting shots. We always start off with the president. El Presidente, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
Yes, everybody have a good week. Be productive. Basketball season is finally upon us, man. I'm looking forward to the NCAA and all that good stuff. See who win that championship this year.
All right. BZ Curry, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
Man, I just want to say shout out to everybody this week, like Chance, man. Let's be productive. Let's be peaceful, and let's love on each other, man. And don't be afraid to ask for help. And I would like to say shout out to the Brooklyn Casey Bearcats as we march on to the third round and try to get towards our journey on this 10-2 season here.
Hey, ask for help, but don't ask for money.
Yeah, that's right, Chance. You can ask for help and ask for advice on the shoulder. But don't ask for no money, because I'm going to tell you, hell no.
I ain't got no money.
Call Shauna.
All right. S.Commas, you got anything to say before we get out of here? S.Commas.
Hey, I say it every time. Love on your people, man. Life is short. Make sure you give people their flowers while they're still here to enjoy them. Check in on somebody. It's getting cold. Check in on your senior citizens, folks who may be by themselves. The holiday season's coming up, and that's tough for people if they have lost loved ones or aren't, with family or people that care about them. So just check in on your people, man. It costs nothing to be kind.
You got it.
Like, where our quote coming from tonight? What poet?
Man, some people ruin stuff for you, man. I'm supposed to lean into that, dog. When you speak your final thought, that's your final thought. Let it be your final thought. You're taking me out of my
I'm
groove.
so happy. Hey, I'm so happy to hear your final thoughts, Sly.
Okay.
I couldn't control my emotion.
Man, first off, before we say this, we want to let the people know, man, this is a Rip 28 podcast. It's a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the Rip 28 podcast. And now what I got to say, we take another quote from a Southwest Atlanta gentleman, a Southwest Atlanta legend. He says, Teddy Pendergrass, cooler than Freddie Jackson, sipping a milkshake in a snowstorm. Now, what that means, when you're feeling yourself, go ahead, feel yourself. Embrace your cool. That's what we're going to leave you with here on the Rip 28 podcast. We'll see you next week. We out.
But he did leave something. But he did leave something warm in the dorm room. So.
All right, stop the live screen, and we are done.